Hi, this is Nick Shivers, and thanks for tuning in to Bozo Bank of the Week. We have a special edition. I just got back from the Department of Justice's Foreclosure and Fraud Prevention Symposium. You know, it was a great symposium, a lot of good information. The main point, they wanted to talk about how people are getting defrauded in this distressed market arena, meaning loan mods and short sales. Now, understand, I have been an advocate for the government from day one to make sure that no upfront fees are being taken from homeowners, distressed homeowners, for loan mods and short sales. Because here's the problem. There are so many companies out there that are doing this, and they're mostly out-of-state companies. Meaning if you're working in Oregon, these companies are in California, Las Vegas, and Florida. And basically they use the front that they're attorneys, and they'll be able to, you know, they promise everything and deliver nothing. And they charge anywhere from $1,000 up front to $2,500 up front. I actually had an attorney that came to me, and she paid someone $25,000 to do loan mods on 8 properties where none of them were owner occupied. She didn't have any current income, so I mean, there was no way that they were going to be able to get that done. Now again, I don't believe that the servicers, meaning the banks, want to deal with third parties on loan modifications. I always help guide our clients with consulting, and I just talk to them free of charge, and I always usually send them to Hope Now, which is the government's line for some HUD counselors. Now this is in loan modification because there's basically, hey, I can't make this payment, I need it lowered. It doesn't need a lot of experience in the real estate side. So basically at the symposium they had a consultant that they hired, their main consultant, Hager Institute. And they were talking about how they're going after all these loan mods and short sale companies that are taking money up front and not doing anything. But then he kind of went into a deeper talk about this, and it really was frightening. You know, there's probably 500 agents in the room and some investors, and I think half of them soiled their pants after they got done listening to this gentleman. Basically, he said that no real estate agent should negotiate short sales. No mortgage broker should negotiate short sales. And afterwards, he said anybody that does that's going to get in trouble and should get in trouble. So when he came off the stage, I basically went up to him and I said, Mr. Hagen, let me ask you a question. Who is going to negotiate these short sales for these people in these difficult situations? And he says, well, the seller, of course. The seller? Okay. He must have never dealt with a bank, because it's almost impossible as a seller to deal with these banks. Number one, they are trained by the banks to get as much money as possible from the homeowner. So they have no experience in this. So that was the first. And I said, well, that isn't really a possibility because it's too tough to connect with them if they don't know what they're doing. And he goes, well, then they should hire an attorney. But just previously he said that these attorneys are charging all this money up front, and that's illegal. And I said, but that's a contradiction. He goes, no, a family attorney. Okay, the family attorney is going to get on the phone at $100 to $300 an hour and make these phone calls to call centers in India because he's never done it before. Now, as an agent, you should be very concerned because this gentleman's going state by state talking to the Department of Justice, the Real Estate Commission. Now, luckily, our real estate board disagrees with him and says agents should be able to negotiate short sales. And I agree if that agent knows what they're doing. But we're on the forefront. We know what's going on in today's market. But for him, he wants to cut out short sales altogether from the agents. Now, what that means to me is no short sale will get done. That is a fact if there is not someone helping these homeowners. Now, I went up and talked to the Department of Justice, and I said, here's the situation. If you guys make some mandate for these banks, which the government's supposed to be doing, in order for homeowners to be able to actually get a hold of someone to talk to, well then all the negotiation firms out there would be gone. The good ones, gone. The bad ones, gone. So you solve the problem. But no, they're not going after that issue. They're not going to the top saying, banks, you have to stop hijacking transactions. We're not going to allow you to say, hey, I don't care if the first is giving us $5,000, you're going to give us another $10,000, and we don't care if you, the agent, give us that money, the seller, the buyer, we want that money. No, they're not going after that. They're going after not only the bad companies out there, which I agree should happen, no upfront fees ever. No upfront fees ever, I agree with. But they're going to get rid of the good ones, which I think we are the good ones. We have over an 80% success ratio on short sales. Because why? We do it all day long, hour after hour. We're on the phone talking to these lenders. Another thing that he said is, if there's a second and third lien on those properties, the short sale will never get done. What? 90% of the deals that we're working on have 2 to 3 loans. So again, if you're an agent, a mortgage broker, or even a homeowner out there, and this consultant gets the Department of Justice to kick out all negotiators, well, you better write your congressman. You better go to your real estate commission if you're an agent, and you need to stop this. Because again, us as agents, we know what's going on out in the market. We know how to work with these banks, and we know how to get these deals done. Because again, if they stop short sales, what will happen? All these properties go to the banks, and what do you think will happen to our economy and the housing industry? Okay, there are so many short sales being done complete right now. So again, I thank you for tuning in. Okay, talk to your congressman, tell him, hey, there are some legitimate companies out there that can help us. Otherwise, get the banks to make it so the homeowners can work. Again, this is Nick Shivers with West One Properties. Thanks for tuning in to Bozo Bank of the Week. I'm out.